It started on one of those nights where the air feels heavier than it should, like even the wind doesn't want to be caught carrying secrets. I had just finished another endless day at the office, paperwork stacked like a fortress, fake smiles in every hallway, and I was ready to shut my brain off. My shirt was still crisp, tie loosened, but not sloppy, and my hand was on the handle of my black Mercedes. That's when I heard it. A voice high but steady from inside my own car. Don't say a word. Stay quiet. I froze. My first thought, some punk had broken in. But when I looked closer, my stomach turned. In the shadowed back seat sat a little black boy, maybe 7. His knees pulled tight to his chest. No wild panic, no tears, just this hard, deliberate look in his eyes, like he'd seen too much and was already tired of it. "Don't turn on the light," he said, chin jerking toward the glass tower behind me. "They're watching. They said you'd be coming down right about now." For a second, I thought maybe I was losing it. But tomorrow I was scheduled to close a billion-dollar merger, the kind of deal that could rewrite my life. And the people behind it, my partner of 15 years, my assistant who'd been at my side for 10, were the same ones this kid was talking about. "How did you even get in my car?" I whispered, sliding into the driver's seat. The cleaning lady left the door cracked. I hid. "Because I heard them," he swallowed, "talking about you. About how tomorrow you'll have nothing left." His words hit me like lead. My knuckles went white on the steering wheel. What exactly did they say? "They said you're just their good little dog. That after you sign, you'll be out of a job." They laughed about it. Something in me twisted anger, yes, but also this warmth I couldn't name. A stranger's kid risking himself just to warn me. "What's your name?" I asked. "Jaden. And you're Mr. Carson." They kept saying your name. We drove to the first place I could think of. A greasy diner on the edge of town. The kind of place where nobody cares who you are as long as you tip. He devoured a burger like it was the first real meal he'd had all week. My coffee went cold while my phone buzzed with texts from the very people plotting against me. "Tomorrow will be brilliant, my friend," my partner wrote. "All set, just sign where I marked my assistant," chimed in. Jaden looked at the screen, let out this little dry laugh. "They're good at wearing masks, huh? Why do you trust them so much?" I stared at my reflection in the coffee saw, the years of blind loyalty staring back. Because trusting people is how I built everything I said slowly. But maybe I forgot to set rules for that trust. "They treat you like you're invisible," Jaden shot back, sharp as a needle. "I know what that feels like. People walking past you like you're nothing. My grandma says if you see someone getting stepped on and you can help, you help. Because next time, it could be you." That cut deeper than any business betrayal. A kid who had nothing understood more about survival than I ever did with millions in the bank. I knew what I had to do, but first I needed backup, so I called Gabe Torres. Ex-cop, private investigator, the one guy who used to dig into our company deals until my partner pushed him out for asking too many questions. He picked up on the first ring. "It wasn't me who shoved you out," I said. I figured he laughed dryly. "Mark never liked the truth. What do you need?" "I need a safety net," and a mirror held up to this company's heart. By midnight, Gabe was in my kitchen, papers spread across the table like a crime scene. He listened, pieced everything together, then said calmly, "We don't need fireworks. We need process. You keep your cool. I'll handle the rest." Before he left, Jaden scribbled something on a napkin and handed it to me. 2 words. Trust. Discipline. "Keep it," he said. "You're gonna need both." I tucked it into my wallet like a vow. The next morning, the plan went into motion. Gabe traced the money trail, 17 shell companies, $5.3 million siphoned clean out of the business. Jaden, disguised as a water delivery boy, carried a cooler with a hidden mic inside. He parked himself near the conference room where voices slipped through frosted glass like smoke. They'll believe anything Diane's voice floated through, sweet but cold. All he has to do is sign. Mark's chuckle followed smug and low. 15 years still easy. Jaden tapped the marker on the cooler handle. Got it. Meanwhile, I stared at my reflection in the restroom mirror, tie perfectly straight. The man looking back at me wasn't the same one who walked into that parking lot the night before. He was sharper, calmer, and ready. Inside the boardroom, Mark spread his arms wide. "Ethan, my brother. Today is history. Diane slid a brand new fountain pen across the table, her perfume trailing like smoke. Everything's ready. Just sign. I sat down, fingers drumming a rhythm I'd used in every hard negotiation. I looked at the yellow tabs on the papers, little fake flowers, all scentless. Then I slid a small USB drive onto the table. Before I sign, I said, my voice smooth, let's look at something small. Diane's smile twitched. Mark's eyes narrowed. On the screen, numbers filled the room like cold water flooding a ship, dates, accounts, shell companies, millions siphoned away. I didn't say a word. I just highlighted 3 transactions, all carrying their signatures. Mark snapped, where did you get this? This is internal data. I smiled. Do you really think I built Carson Industries without learning how to protect myself? At that moment, Gabe walked in with federal investigators behind him. Badges hit the table. A recording played Diane's voice from the night before, mocking me, Mark, laughing about 15 years of pretending to be my friend. The room went silent. Then the click of handcuffs broke it. Mark thrashed, you bastard, you set me up. I leaned in steady. No, you set yourself up. I just turned on the light so you could see how deep the hole really is. Diane tried one last angle, eyes darting to Jaden in his disguise by the door. Really? You're gonna trust some stray kid over us? After all we built, I didn't even look at her. I'll trust the truth wherever it comes from, even if it comes from a boy you never even noticed. The investigators hauled them out, their expensive shoes scraping against the floor like broken glass. After that day, everything shifted. Carson Industries didn't collapse. It breathed again. Independent audits, dual signatures, whistleblower, hotlines. The staff cried, some cheered, but everyone felt relief. The rot had finally been named. And me, I brought Jaden home. He was quiet at first, careful, always lining up his worn shoes by the door like he didn't expect them to still be there in the morning. But slowly the house filled with new sounds, the clink of dishes, the smell of laundry soap, his laughter echoing down the hall. One night, Gabe traced family records. He found something that made my hands shake. Jaden's grandmother, Josephine, she was a Miller, my cousin, which made Jaden my blood. I didn't tell him right away. I just sat beside him while he built a Lego house, crooked roof and all. He pushed it toward me and said, if we're family, you keep this. Put it somewhere you'll see it every day. Weeks later, in a small courtroom, the judge asked me, do you understand what this means? Do you agree to take responsibility for this child in good times and bad? I said yes. Not because I was ready, but because there was no other answer. Jaden stood at the microphone, voice trembling but sure. I want to be a Carson, not for the company, because it feels like home. The pen scratched across paper, and just like that, Jaden wasn't invisible anymore. He was my son. Years have passed since that night in the parking lot. The company is stronger than ever, but that's not what I'm most proud of. We built the Second Chance Fund, helping kids who were just like Jaden, once overlooked, unheard, surviving in the margins. Each quarter, hundreds of children get school supplies, housing, or simply someone to ask, what do you need? At the door of our house hangs a little sign. If the bell is rung, it will be heard. A gentle knock is enough. Sometimes I still think about that first moment, the way a 7-year-old told me to shut up in my own car. He wasn't silencing me. He was teaching me the first rule of survival: listen before you speak. That night, he saved my company. But more than that, he saved me from myself. And now whenever the doorbell rings softly, I don't wonder who it is. I open the door. Because I know what it feels like to be invisible. And I know how it feels when somebody finally says, I see you. So let me ask you, if it were you sitting in that car, hearing a kid whisper, don't say a word, would you have listened? Or would you have brushed it off and lost everything? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me about a time you trusted the wrong people, or a time someone unexpected saved you. And if this story hit you, hit that like button, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Because sometimes the smallest voices carry the biggest truths.